I want to give thanks to the Great Mother, the ancestral spirits of creation, the archangels, the angels, the ancestors themselves. I want to say, please protect those that are striving for righteousness, like yours truly and many others. Protect us from those that are unrighteous, that claim to be righteous. Protect us from those that's trying to do us harm spiritually, and also protect us from those that don't know anything about our path and how we're moving forward to become better and better spiritual beings living a human experience. And please bring us forth all the divine blessings and all the divine love that you have to offer us. Please give us your guiding hand and your guiding presence on this on each on here and out on each and every day as we wake up from our slumber. Please, please give us the unconditional love that we ask for from you, Great Mother. Ashe, we love you eternally. Ashe, Ayi Abobo, and also most definitely we appreciate you once again. Ashe, Ayi Abobo. All right, I had some thoughts. I had some thoughts. You know, there was an incident that took place some months back where I was on a live stream with three brothers, no, four brothers, no, yeah, three brothers. Made me, I was the fourth. And it was on a brother's channel who I thought was one of my mentees. Years ago, Brother Noof told me about this person. And he told me and a couple of brothers that the brother was an agent for somebody else. I took time and I thought about it years later. I shared things with this person that was going on in my home during that time. I shared things with this brother when I was going through stuff at my home during that time. I took him under my wing. I initiated him to Reiki 1 and 2. I taught him about the things that I know to a standpoint. He wanted to be like my other mentees that I took under my wing since they were like 18 and 16. My other mentees are very astute when it come down to the starseed information. Hey, what's going on? It's about spirituality and growth, but I have to talk about something that took place. You know what I mean? It's about spirituality and growth, and also at the same time, I'm for the human race, but also I put my people that look like me first because I want everybody to know who started a lot of things and who put forth things. But at the same time, I don't discriminate, okay? But I gotta let people know the truth. Um, but I gotta put this out there with somebody that stabbed me in the back. So I took him under my wing, and he wanted to be like my other mentees that I taught about the Anunnaki, that I taught about spirituality, I taught about how civilization was started, Lemuria, and all the above. I don't have a syllabus and none of that stuff. So the brother was like, "Yo, you got a syllabus?" I'm like, "No, I teach abstract. I have you think on yourself to come into your own understanding, so you can actually know how to cross-reference on everything you do and give references, so people can know exactly what you mean, so you don't feel like you are making anything up and critique and pretty much you're not like fabricating anything, and you're not trying to like take somebody else's thoughts or information, okay?" So the brother wound up being one of my new mentees. He met the other mentees and he was jealous of them. He wanted to be where they were at. But I kept on reminding them, I met you when you was like in your 30s, bro. I met them when they were teenagers. They were still babies. Fast forward. Told them about stuff going on in my life during that time period. The brother went back and told the person that used to stay in my home, and then at the same time, he would tell him everything that was going on with me. Then he went back and talked behind my back into another one of my mentees and said I'm holding them back, and I wasn't. And my mentee, she was mad about that. She said, bro, this guy's a snake. Me being an honorable person, loving, sincere person, I feel like people deserve a second chance or more. I try to do that because I'm like, he don't know no better. Fast forward, next thing I know, certain things started not adding up. He wound up taking the video off his channel. When we all were doing an exposing thing, he took the video off the channel. And that person that I was beefing with during the time called me and said, yeah, you thought you had me, but you didn't. I'm just paraphrasing. And I'm like, why would he say that? Then I started putting things together. What people don't know is that I have a thing with the spirit realm, and people don't really understand that things get revealed to me. I can sit here and things will be revealed. Next thing you know, I found out that dude was the snake in the grass, and I had to really tell one of the brothers last night about everything. And that brother was like, yo, that's crazy. He said, I see that. I'm like, yeah. That person been ignoring, wanting to talk to me, been avoiding talking to me. And the same person knew what was going on with my life during that time period. Was telling my personal business to my person that was my enemy, who been wishing death on me during that time. But anyway, long story short, the dude was a snake, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And me and the brother talked all night. Me and that same brother that I had the revelation with, I talked to him until like 4 o'clock in the a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I realized I was betrayed by that guy that I took under my wing. The brother I spoke to last night is a very close friend of mine, and I gave him the revelation. And he was like, bro, you took this dude under your wing, man. You taught this brother about the information that a lot of people don't want to talk about. Bop, 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 bop. I said, yeah, I know. He like, that's crazy. I was on his YouTube channel exposing the person during that time because the person was harassing me during that time. And I was like, yo, we going to go in on him, you know, and the video was on point. We started talking about the Orisha and all that afterwards. Like, it was crazy. Like, boom. Now, fast forward, the brother been avoiding talking to me. And I already knew why. Now, I realize you can't trust too many people when you think you can. Even if you take them under your wing, you got to always keep them at bay with a long spoon. But me having a heart that I have, a heart of gold, boom. I forgave him, but I ain't fooling with him no more. That's the thing about it. Like, once I cut ties, I'll still give you love, but I can't be with you. I can't hang out with you. You can't be my peoples no more. Like, I gotta brush you off. Because now, you know, I initiated him to Reiki 1 and 2. You got that from me. You got that from me. Then you got the Magic of Reiki book. So you got that. You know how to do the symbols, but guess what? You're not a master yet. And I wasn't charging you that much either. So I hope you really understand, sir, that if you're watching, that you blew that. Because I was taught by the best, and I know how to do ancient Egyptian Reiki. So you messed that up on your behalf. So now I move forward. This is a part of the journey that a lot of people like yours truly go through when they try to be kind-hearted to people. And see, I tell people I'm for the people, and that's what I do. I don't ask for no goddamn donations or none of that stuff. I don't. I'm a good-hearted person. My heart is made of gold. But when you cross the line and you treat me like crap and you start stabbing me in the back, that's when I got to step away from you. No, it's spelled R-E-I-K-I. it's pretty much you're using your hands to heal, like muscles and stuff in the body. You're using your own chi. You're using your own chi, but it has to be attuned so you can start, healing certain pains in your arm and so on. You know what I'm saying? It's an ancient Japanese healing method. So, I'm a master at that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So yeah, like I'm working on becoming eventually I'm going to go back into the martial arts. Yeah, something like that. Like I'm about to go back into the martial arts soon. I'm about to go back into Wing Chun, and I'm gonna go back into karate, and eventually I'm going to go back into, like, I don't know yet. I'm deciding on which other martial art I'm gonna start taking up. But I'm gonna go back into Wing Chun, and then I'm gonna probably go back into karate. I don't know if I want to do Shotokan or not. I want something that's similar to Kung Fu when it comes down to karate. So, because I like to move like water in emotion, so I like that. But I digress. You know, I done went through a lot of stuff on my spiritual journey, and I come to the realization that everybody don't deserve the path that you on, and you have to share. And it's a shame, because when people are receptive, when you think people are receptive, you share things with them, and then you grow a bond with them, and then when you grow a bond with them, they have the tendency of just at times showing their true colors. Yeah, I tried that before. I was doing Shotokan. I didn't like Shotokan too much, but I mean, it's like I forgot the martial art that Steven Seagal supposed to have did, but I'm into like martial arts like Wing Chun and Kung Fu, like Wushu. That's my stuff right there. I love stuff like that. Karate is more based on power, where every strike you do is like every move you do is like a strike. So it's like I got to get used to karate. So I'm thinking about going into that. I'm thinking about going into the karate that's more like Kung Fu. I forgot the name of it, but I want to go into that because it moves like in a certain motion. Yeah, Aikido, that's what it was. I'm also looking into Aikido too, because I see how the way they move. There's a club out here in my hometown, and they charge like 90 a month. I'm thinking about hopping on that, and they open to letting me in. So I'm like, I'm gonna check it out. Like Wing Chun, karate do, and Aikido. Those three I'm looking and getting. I was doing Wing Chun. I got to like level 3. I need 7 more levels to get to like the master, to get to the Sifu level. So I want to go ahead and get into the Wing Chun first, finish that off to become a Sifu. Then after that, then I'm gonna go into like deciding Aikido or Karate Do. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I've been thinking about doing Aikido after Wing Chun. And once I get into Aikido and Wing Chun, then I'm going to blend the two together. That's what I'm going to do. Then when I get into a Karate Do, I'm going to just blend them together, all 3 of them together. That's what I'm going to do. It's like, slowly but surely, I'm just going to blend certain martial arts together to create another one. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to give it a name. So, yeah, most definitely. So that's why I'm thinking about things. If I can blend all of them 3 together and create something, then I started thinking about kickboxing afterwards. I've been thinking about all 4 of those. If not, also boxing, mixed up all 5 of them and just create something out of those. You know what I'm saying? I have the mindset of a person like that because I'm a mentalist. I always try to I know spirituality to a standpoint, and I know how to just break certain things down to make things be how the way it is, and it'll be so clear. Because from what I was told, I'm a great teacher when it comes down to spirituality, and I can imagine getting into the martial arts and become a master in martial arts and teaching with my philosophical theories and mind and the mindset that I have. And I believe I'll be a great teacher. And serious evolution of great minds when it come down to that. Because the philosophical breakdowns that I come up with is like, damn. You know? So it's like, yeah. No, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. No. Mm-mm. I'm not interested in that. It don't catch it. It don't catch my. It don't catch my attention. No. No. It don't catch my attention because I have children with that. Um, I'm also diabetic, so I don't got time for that. No, we don't. We're not gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. You know, my children need me on that, man. I can't do that. But I was just talking about things that I see that I could go ahead on. You know, it's like when you go into. I mean, I tried the Shotokan karate. That's not me, man. It moves too slow. It moves too slow. I mean, it's very powerful with the strikes, yes, but it moves too slow. It's like slow. It's like slow motion, and I like to move like water. You know, so I'm thinking about taking the Bruce Lee martial art along with the Wing Chun because they both have similar ways. You know what I'm saying? Then eventually I'll probably go into Wushu. Then I'll probably go into Aikido. That's what I might just do. I might just do that. You know what I'm saying? I might just do those and be like, yeah, that's more like me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I need that flowetry, that flowing aspect of the martial arts where I'm moving like water, where I'm moving in that motion, where I can, you know, strike, but at the same time move, like do this movement where it's like you don't know what's coming, but you'll see it to a degree. Is it yours? Yeah, that's what I mean. Aikido front between that Wing Chun and I forgot the name of the Bruce Lee martial art. Those three, I can see myself doing. You get what I'm saying? And kickboxing, I can see myself doing that. Then eventually, I might want to learn. It sounds like I'm crazy, but I'm not. Then eventually, I'm leaning also towards the Tai Chi martial art too, because how the movement and how the way you're using your chi. You get what I'm saying? It's like those four. Though I ain't gonna lie, they catch my interest heavy. 4 or 5, I think. They catch my interest so heavy, and it's beautiful. The movements are just woo. It's amazing movements. It's like damn. It's like one of them damn moments. Like yo, like it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that art form. It's like the movements are so crisp. And you gotta master those movements, and then the movements is like, you know. So that's all I'm saying. You know, but you know that's all. And it's like I love. It's like I love the martial arts, man. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful art form when you master it, and it's like when you master certain things, the disciplines actually work in life. It makes you see things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So it's like that's why I'm like, Tai Chi is beautiful. It's like the movements is. I love how the way they move. It's like you can feel the energy coming with nature, and it's like yo, it's the most phenomenal feeling. The breathing. The art of the breathing of it, and then it's like you can feel the chi just circulating in your body, and then you move in your hands, then it's like the circulation, then the movement, you can feel it. You get what I'm saying? It's like that. When I do Wing Chun, I can feel the movements in my hands. And then when I do the blocks, and then when I do the kicks, then when I come up, and it's like the little stuff I know from Shotokan. It's like, mm, 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 mm. It's so it's like it's intriguing to me to the point where I was like, damn, So now it's like I'm seeing things for what it is, um, and I go back into my ancestral spiritual practices. So it's like I'm focused on that, and it's like along with the discipline of martial arts and then going into my ancestral spiritual practices, it helps me enhance myself. It teaches me the disciplines of knowing how to react to certain things. It teaches me how to move, how to think, how to grow, to think from another perspective instead of thinking about going after. That's the disciplines that I learned. Then I learned that the word enemy means the inner you. And that person that you look at as your enemy is actually your ego on what you perceive yourself to be. So that's why I push away when somebody stabs me in the back, because I see that's my inner thoughts. That's the inner me. That's how I really perceive myself to be. So I'm like, I push that away, which is another term for easing the God out of you, or easing God out. You get what I'm saying? So I try to move that out the way, and I try to move forward on my journey. Because if I don't move forward on the journey, then I'm going to get caught up. And then it's going to cause me to go through a depressive state. So it's like I'm learning along the way. That's why I tell everybody, you have to know thyself and do the best that you can to master thyself so you can move on. The only way you can progress in life is through spiritual growth and also growing pains. The school of hard knocks is the best teacher. Gaining that experience can move you on to the next level into your life. You got to learn from your mistakes and realize that, hey, another day is a better day. And in order to be a better day, I got to be a better version of myself. In order for me to be a better version of myself, I have to master the shadow self, and I have to master also the self that needs to be raised up, which is the higher self. And that's what I realized. And I just got my daughter looking at me like, what the heck?
I was waiting
She gave me the look.
I was waiting to ask you for something to eat.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay.
Hasn't it been 4 days?
For what? Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
I thought I got a second box of cereal.
And that's how it is, man. It's like I enjoy being around my children. I love, Yeah, they something.
Because yesterday when I went to get some cereal, like I was like, dang, it's getting low. Like.
Because you're eating.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and eat.
Okay. But I can eat cereal, right?
Yes, you can. Bye bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is what I go through. It's like I teach them so they'll know how to progress and move forward in life. See, this is the type of channel I have, but it's like I try not to bore nobody, but I also talk about other things. But it's like I had to talk about this recent, like real for real. It's like you got to realize that there in the real world that people don't give a damn. You don't give a damn. But it's like right now where it is, you got to move forward on your journey. You got to know what to do and how to conduct yourself out there. Your enemy is the inner you. That's why it's called inner me or inner me. That is your ego. That's the ego coming out and projecting itself to you, and it incarnates into that person that just don't like you for no reason, because that is the manifestation of your ego. I talk about spirituality. Eventually, after I'm done my rites of passage, I'm gonna go more into what I study. also start talking more about book references even more, because I talk about book references that can help you on your spiritual path, to open up your eyes, and also I help out with your perception. You know, I take my time. Do I talk about worldly events? Honestly, the worldly events are distractions. I touch a little bit on it, but not all the way. It's like, look, we are all beings living in spiritual beings living in human experience. Some of the vibrations can rise, some can rise higher than others. I also have I have a lot of disagreement when people call themselves chosen ones, because there's a reason to that, and on their journey. Many are called, but few are chosen. I'll put it like that. And you have to live the best way possible on the path that you were given, if that make any sense. But like I said, I'm not going to lie to you. I always try to put people first, like myself, but I'm also for the human race in general. I want you to understand that in general, because the people that I represent, my tribe that I belong to, is like the Arawak tribe is who I belong to. So it's like I try to like push that. You understand? And at the same time, I'm also open to the human race in general. So I try to give thoughts in many different angles, if you catch my drift. So everybody can see that is also a human race situation. And I try to let everybody know that reincarnation is real, and that we do choose the bodies that we're in. And then I go into certain things dealing with certain bloodlines and how they're connected to the Asiatics and all of that other stuff, if that make any sense. So everybody be like, oh, but they'll say, they're like, oh, I'm Irish or I'm Scottish. Oh yeah, well, that's in the bloodline of this, but this, and this, and this. And that makes your ancestry go back to this. That's where I'm at. So people can actually get the enlightenment stage, and they be like, yo, and they can do their own research. And I tell everybody, if you don't believe me, check it out and look it up yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. It's all about high vibes, but at the same time, I'm always trying to teach the best way possible. I'm not the best because I don't have a syllabus, but I try to get people to understand what I'm saying. I don't like talking about, okay, let me see. Well, honestly, I look at the mitochondrial DNA, man. I look at the mitochondrial DNA, the Eve gene for what they call it. I look at that. Because we all come from a woman, got an inform of a woman, and so on. So it's like the woman is the first teacher. First words to come out of baby mouth is mom or mama. First words to come out of baby mouth is mom or mama. Let's just be real about it. That's dealing with the mitochondrial DNA. I mean, that's the X chromosome. So it's like we gotta look at that. I mean, I'm coming from that because I don't pray to a male. I don't pray to a male deity, man. Like I know that the divine feminine is real. I know that. I'm telling you, I know that from experience. And if you really look at the martial arts, know it or not, even down to Kung Fu, the movements is more feminine than it is masculine. Think about it. When it come down to Kung Fu, look how the way women that do use Kung Fu, look how they move. It's like they dancing. I really want you to analyze that. Like, people don't know that Wing Chun itself was created by a woman. And my Sifu told me, he said, women make the best fighters. Women make the best fighters. He told me that a long time ago, along with my fiance, he said, yo, women make the best fighters. When my fiance did Wing Chun, shorty was moving faster than me. And she dances too, so she moved on point. It is what it is. You know? So it's like us men, it's like we gotta master that part of us, that X chromosome of us, to unlock certain things within us. You get what I'm saying? Because the Kundalini energy, know it or not, is also feminine. A lot of people don't know that. The Kundalini energy itself is feminine. We got to realize this stuff that we really got to start studying. There's nothing wrong with knowing that inner self and then knowing when the Kundalini has been how it's a feminine energy. Because why we men are more of a male version of a female, honestly, because you got the X chromosome first. In the beginning stages of your mother's womb, you were actually female first. This is real shit. Then the X broke off and turned into a Y. We have everything that a woman have except for her menstrual cycle and so on. And our manhood is an outward, you know what I'm saying, clitoris and stuff like that, if I could say that on here. Or vajay, you know what I mean? Vajayjay or whatever, you know what I mean? We got to really start thinking about that. We have the chest, all that, but it's just not like it don't create milk and none of that stuff. So we got to really start looking at things on another aspect. You know what I'm saying? The men are the protectors. We were the soldiers. We were created to protect, provide, serve, and also be her best friend, her companion, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So we got to keep that in mind. Some of us have to lift the woman to have her realize who she is and know her worth too. I'm just saying. But that's just where I'm at. I feel like the woman was created from something and we came after her. I don't look at the whole Adam and Eve story like everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't add up. It's not adding up to me mentally. You know what I'm saying? So that's the perspective that I see. Yeah, so it's like that's the perspective that I see. So when I come on here, I pray to the Great Mother, and then I give a shout out to the divine ancestral source that created Earth and the universe, and I give a shout out to the archangels and angels, ancestors. I do all of that, and I end it with a ending prayer. You know what I mean? I don't say amen. I say another way. I see an African slash. I don't even like saying African. I don't even say African. I say from a Arawak and those that practice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's where I'm at. I give a shout out to my family that woke me up, that helped me find out what is my tribe and everything. And they are actually on TikTok, and I want to give them a shout out. My beautiful sister Ayana, give you a shout out on TikTok, girl. Like you on it. You know what I'm saying? And and I forgot the brother name. Y'all really helped me out. And my grandmother's excited, so I want to give them a shout out on here. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't hear me or see it, like they have me open up my eyes. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because my family bloodline migrated in Louisiana. Arawak. The Arawak tribe, man, like that's what it is. Like my family come from my grandfather's family lineage came from Louisiana, which is connected to Haiti and the other tribes that was in the southeast, and they started migrating, and also they have a connection with the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I mean. So I gotta give a shout out that that's where I'm at. Like my journey is serious. Like I don't have time. I come from a lineage of priests and so on, man. Like priests that's in the higher sciences. I come from that lineage, so it's like my rites of passage. Yeah, my family Creole on my father's side, on my grandfather's side, like they Creole, they speak it. Me, I'm working on learning that Creole. I gotta learn it, and I gotta learn Haitian Creole. I gotta learn a lot. I gotta learn the Taino language. I gotta learn a lot of that, man. I gotta go through a whole lot of transformation. Like that's why I'm gonna be so busy, and my mind is like always moving. You get what I'm saying? But I'm really highly into the etheric body. I'm into astral travel and all of that. Man, that French ain't no joke. I mean, it's going to be fun for me because it's something new. You know what I'm saying? It's something new. It's something new and something need to be done. You know what I mean? So It's like where I'm at in life is all about growing and moving forward. That's what I want to do. I want to turn this channel into something that everybody can. It's not going to be my. I tell everybody, it's not going to be my channel only. It's going to be everybody else that subscribe and that become mods. And I want to be able to have fun. Sometimes, eventually, play some music and just vibe with everybody and see what everybody's thinking. And then we can talk about different topics, and it don't have to be serious all the time. Have fun, enjoy life, because in this realm, man, you gotta, yeah, like I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep learning. It don't matter how old you get, you still learn. I tell everybody, I don't learn. I don't know everything. If I knew everything, I wouldn't be here physically. I would be in the ancestral realm, chilling, laughing, looking at everybody like, yo, like that's what they doing in that realm. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact, spiritually, I volunteered to come in this realm. I know that. And people are like, yo, how you know? I just know. I just know. You know what I'm saying? And I know I came here to teach certain things, and I'm here to have mentees eventually where they can use whatever they learn from me. They can move forward in their life and make progress in their life, and then it'll come back to me where they'll say, yo, remember you said this, and this helped elevate me to probably a CEO of a company, or probably inspire them to become an artist or something. And that's my blessing. That's my blessing. And they might say like, hey man, look, you need anything, you let me know, I got you. But me, I ain't gonna need nothing. I ain't gonna need shit. I'm be like, that was your way of moving forward. But I know how the human mind is. When somebody help you progress in life, you feel like, yo, he helped me or she helped me. I owe them something. I don't give a damn if they tell me no. I'm still gonna give them something, because that person made you a better version of you. It's inspirational. That person could be inspirational, and it can be that guiding hand that you needed. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, that's where I'm at. I want to be able to inspire others. I don't give a damn what race, color, creed. I don't give a damn. If I'm here to inspire you, I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to make sure that you think. But at the same time, I want you to understand, like, yo, let me realize the people that created such and such and such and such. That's it. But I digress. I just wanted to say what I had to say my piece. But yeah, that's where I'm at on all of this. Oh man. Whew. So I'm aiming shoot. But otherwise, yeah, that I got good back. That person that I taught stabbed me in my back. The dude was so influenced that Joe started studying Asian teachings, and I started playing Black Myth Wukong because I'm a video game freak or geek. I played Black Myth Wukong. Homeboy bought the Black Myth Wukong, and then I found out who Wukong is connected to, and my spiritual practices and my ancestral spiritual practices, and that's when he got hooked on that game. So I taught a lot of people on my journey in my city. I used to walk around with a backpack, heavy backpack full of books, and I used to teach from out these books. They were dealing with consciousness, dealing with the etheric body or the etheric double. Talking about the spiritual realm, the higher realms and the lower realms. I used to get into all of that. I did numerology, astrology. I was into all of that stuff, breaking everything down. That's what I do. I'm getting back into all of that eventually. But I actually try to motivate people and I ask them, what do they have in their bloodline? Like right now, Gesture, what do you have in your bloodline? What particular nationality you have in your bloodline? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. So we can go into certain things on that. But that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm just on here to just push forth on this journey, and if those that want to ride with me, to ride with me. If you don't want to ride with me, that's cool. I'm not pressed. I'm not here to impress, and I'm not here to be YouTube famous. I'm just like y'all. I'm just a brother that's on his spiritual journey and path to bring forth enlightenment and also help out others on their path in life so they can go ahead and move forward. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And all that. That's all I gotta say. Ah, that goes with the mitochondria DNA. Go back into the mitochondria DNA. All right. from what they was teaching in the live stream on the TikTok, they mentioned in the beginning the different nationalities through genetics that were here first, but they let it be known that all the nationalities were melanated like this. That's what they mentioned. The Japanese were actually one of those tribes or nations that were melanated like this in the beginning, and they mentioned the mitochondrial DNA dealing with the mother. So therefore, your DNA traces back to the beginning of the first people that were on this planet. No, it don't matter. It goes back to the mother. The mitochondrial goes back to the mother. It goes back to the mother, not the father, but the mother. So the Japanese, the Haitian, I'm only naming some of them that was on there. The Japanese, the Haitians, the Ethiopian, the people of Mexico, and so on. They were the original people here, and they look like this, and they were breaking it all down, how everybody originated from the mitochondria, which is true. This is documented facts. So therefore, your bloodline go to the first people that were melanated like me. This is stuff that we're finding out through genetics. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you have our DNA. This is what I'm saying to you. So you will be considered a brother, no or not. Regardless of who your father is, it goes back to the mother. Because they called us Asiatics. I'm being real with you. So now, yeah, just to put it out there. You know what I mean? It really deals with the mother. The mother means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, in the beginning stages, you were female, and then the X broke off and you became male. Because in the first trimester of your mother's pregnancy, they couldn't identify you or what gender you were. See? Boom. What I tell you. But see, it wasn't in the whole African thing, that's enough, man. Listen. We're gonna get into that another time. I'm trying to break down, that's why I'm trying to let people wake up on some stuff, man. It's time. Like, yeah, it's like, that's why I try telling a lot of people that I talk to, like, yo, you gotta get the bloodline. The bloodline means a lot, and the mitochondria means a lot. If you don't know that, you don't know shit. Point blank, period. That's how the way it goes. It's like you gotta know the mitochondria and you gotta know the bloodline. If you don't know that, then you just be talking in fucking circles. People looking at me like, I'm like, yo, I'm telling you the truth, and so far I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that the universe aligned me with makes more sense. And then that's what it is. You know? Exactly. Pretty much to a standpoint, yeah. You know, but people don't want to talk about that, what you just now said. That's why I try to, like, enlighten people a little bit and have them look into the bloodlines and the mitochondria. Like, yo, look into the bloodlines and mitochondria. Look at that. Even down to the father, his mitochondria goes somewhere else. You know what I mean? You got to find out what your dad nationality is, his family, where they originated from. Then you'll find out, like, damn, like, hold up. Because everything deals with the X chromosome. The X chromosome says a lot. It means a lot. So anyways, you know, I just want to say that, and I just wanted to share that because, yeah, I'm just like, I'm exhausted, man. I've been up. I only got like 3 hours of rest, so I just wanted to share a little bit about that situation with that guy. And if he's watching, hey, I ain't mad at you. Like Tupac say, I ain't mad at you, but I know how to move, and I'ma back away from you. And you ain't learning nothing else from me. That's guaranteed. So all I gotta say is au revoir to him and let him know I'm done with you. So, but otherwise, everybody, those that watch, I'll be back on here a little bit probably later on today. Brother gotta cook me something and figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. Spend time with the babies and just chill. It's your brother out here, the big little brother, green light cosmic angel fire. Love all of y'all. And peace, love, light, darkness, supreme balance with the universe, which is the yin and yang, so above, so below. May the ancestors and the great mother watch over and protect you and yours on your journey. And always strive for righteousness the best way possible. And keep in mind, you are a spiritual being living in a human experience, and you can be your own worst enemy. Do not self-sabotage yourself on your journey, and may the peace and blessings come to you and yours. I'm out.